Hi everyone and welcome to Real China. Now let's kick off this week by taking a look at an epic war movie from way back in 2007. It's called The Warlords and it's directed by Hong Kong filmmaker Peter Chan. Now the film, which focuses on three sworn blood brothers, was originally called, well, Blood Brothers. Hold on. Although I like that song, it actually has nothing to do with Peter Chan's movie. Nothing, besides the title, of course. Anyway, The Warlords is set during the 1860s, right in the midst of the so-called Taiping Rebellion. Time for a history class with Professor Shane Boo Boo, methinks.
Thanks for that. Now, the Taiping Rebellion was a widespread civil war in southern China between 1850 and 1864 against the ruling Qing dynasty. It was led by a Christian convert called Hongshu Chuan, who established the Heavenly Kingdom of Great Peace. I think that was the name of a Chinese restaurant I went to last week. Can't be sure though. Too drunk to remember.
I'm pretty sure he's not actually a real professor. He's like one of those fat Americans who calls himself colonel, even though he's never actually been in the army. He might be responsible for chicken genocide, but I do love his hot wings. Now, moving back to the film, it actually stars some of the biggest names in Asian cinema. Heading the suitably epic cast is Kung Fu megastar Jet Li as Qing Yun. The movie begins with Qing Yun, a Qing army general, emerging as the last survivor of his defeated army. In something of a daze, as we all might be in such trying circumstances, Qing Yun encounters a hot country girl called Liang Sheng, played by the ever-beautiful Xu Jinglei.
那是你命好哎。
我装死。
The next day, Qing Yun wakes up and finds that Liang Sheng has disappeared. Needless to say, we've all been in that particular boat before. Enough about that, though. On his further travels, Qing Yun bumps into Wu Yang, a bandit leader played by Takeshi Kaneshiro. That's one way to make a good first impression. Anyway, after impressing Wu Yang with his fighting abilities, Qing Yun is taken to meet Hu, another bandit leader played by Andy Lau. The pair first encounter each other during a raid on a rebel military convoy. That's the kind of guy you want on your team. Now the triumphant bandits head back to their village, where Qing Yun once again bumps into the lovely Liang Sheng. But all is not as it seems. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Liang Sheng is Hu's wife. Scandalous! Now Qing Yun tries to convince the bandits to join the Qing army, and thus earn enough money to feed their starving families. Hu and Wu Yang agree to the move on one condition. The three men must swear a blood oath with which they affirm their fraternity to one another under pain of death. The three members of the Real China team went through something similar a few months ago. Don't ask. Anyway, Qing Yun and his new bandit army return to his former superiors in the Qing army. They give him and his fellow bandits the seemingly impossible task of recapturing a major city from the Taiping rebels. Let's see how they do.
Booyah!
Wow, cool, eh? And no wonder, the movie cost a wallet-busting $40 million US. Over a third of that, $15 million to be precise, went to pay Jet Li's salary. I wonder what attracted him to the role. Now, Andy Lau picked up a cool $6 million for his part, while Takeshi Kinishiro, the most handsome but least famous of the three, only walked away with $2 million.
But I'm so pretty.
Poor guy. But still, $2 million is enough to pay my rent for a couple of months, so I wouldn't be grumbling. And I certainly wouldn't grumble to Jet Li.
Why did you get 15 million? Because I'm worth it.
Precisely. So here she is, Cajun, how are you?
Hey, I'm great, how are you?
I am wonderful. Now you tell me, what were you doing on Sunday? Because I didn't see you on the streets of Babaoshan.
Well, I was busy watching the Hong Kong Film Awards. Very exciting.
Oh, did you go to Hong Kong?
No, we couldn't afford it.
Oh, low budget. Anyway, tell us about the Hong Kong Film Awards. What are they?
It's probably the most prestigious film awards in Asia.
Oh, except for maybe the Tokyo Film Festival and Awards.
I didn't say that.
Oh, controversial. Anyway,
Anyway.
So I want you to tell us about the hits and misses of the night on the red
my
carpet.
goodness.
You seem to be wearing a bit of the red carpet.
Red carpet, what do you mean?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, anyway.
Slow, she's
now,
slow.
some are hot and some not. Let's start with Karina Lau, big winner of the night. Best actress for Detective D.
Wait, she was only in Detective D for about 5 minutes.
Well, I'm here to talk about fashion, so you can email the Hong Kong Film Awards Association.
You talk about fashion. Anyway, carry on. Okay.
Look at that dress. I absolutely love it. Goddess looking and just sophisticated but sexy. Look at that high cut and low cut.
Okay.
So she's looking good for her age.
For her age?
I have to say.
That
I
is
mean, come
bitchy.
on, come on.
Unbelievable. Sorry, Karina.
Loved it, Karina.
Okay. Who else have we
Nicholas
got?
Ted, best actor
Nicholas,
tonight.
yeah.
Nicholas.
He looks almost angelic. Almost
He
angelic.
does, right? And looking so great. I love the black and white and the touch of sunshine.
Is that his wife?
Cecilia Chung.
Okay.
A bit conservative, but I mean, she's a mother of two, right?
I like the way the rainbow is like spewing out of her clothes. It's marvelous.
Very classy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now moving on to someone you might like, Tang Wei.
Oh,
Now,
Tang
look at
Wei.
that gorgeous dress. Although I do think it's a little too formal for the event.
I do have to say that Tang Wei, if you've ever seen Lost Caution when she's wearing nothing, she has a hot body, that woman. And she's young. She should be showing it off, shouldn't she?
She could have been more adventurous.
Something
it's a little
tight,
puffy.
revealing.
It's not very. It's very like baggy and like lots of layers.
If she wore something tight that showed off those curves, she would be single no longer.
You would love that so much.
I would.
Anyway, now look at Zhou Xing. I absolutely love it. Look at this. Young and chic, sexy, you know, strapless.
She looks like a swan, I think.
She
like a
does,
swan.
right? It suits her body shape. Love
does.
it.
She's very
Makes her
hot,
look
that
very
Zhou
young.
Xing. Yeah.
Yes. Now let's move on to something not so hot.
Oh dear.
Let's start with Miriam Yang. It's too heavy for the film awards. This is
It's all black.
yes. And what's with that thing behind?
The thing round her neck looks like a bib, you know, the kind of thing that kids wear so they don't get food on themselves.
I don't understand.
Can she not eat properly?
She looks like she's going to like a funeral.
Yeah,
and
but,
like,
but
look at that.
she's smiling, so it's the funeral of someone she didn't like, I guess.
And the claws, I mean, it's just very sort of scary, and it looks like, I don't know.
Freaky stuff. Okay.
Exactly. Now, Li Yuchun, she won Supergirl a couple of years ago.
She looks like she won Superboy, but okay.
What was she thinking? It's
Well,
too much.
She looks like a candy cane, you know, like one of those things that you lick, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the punk jacket, I see what she's trying to do, and then it's like pajama pants.
Well, hold on, I don't see what she's trying to do. Like, when would you ever wear this outfit? Unless you were working as a clown at a children's party, you wouldn't wear that.
Exactly.
Clown. Anyway,
But-
is that all you've got for us today?
Oh, one more thing.
go on.
Now, you would love this.
Okay, go on.
The very first 3D porn is just released in Hong Kong.
3D porn. I was talking
I
about
know,
that a
you
few weeks
were.
ago. 3D porn, you know, things coming out the screen, shooting everywhere. That was my idea, and it's been stolen. What's it called? What's it
Now,
called?
it's called Sex and Zen 3D Extreme Ecstasy.
Well, I am certainly looking forward to that movie.
Oh, I know you are. Now, before you get too excited, let's move on to Zhang Ling's mini blog, shall we?
Well, too late.
Hi guys and welcome to this week's mini blog. It seems that celebrities are keen on flash marriages these days. In the past few weeks, we've seen actress Barbie Hsu and Kelly Lin tie the knot. Now we can add a third to the list, Zhang Yuqi, star of Stephen Chow's CJ7. So who's the lucky guy? It's none other than Chinese mainland director Wang Quan'an, who recently collaborated with Zhang on the movie Bai Lu Yuan. Nothing odd there. except one is 21 years older than his new bride. If I found a wife who was 21 years younger than me, she'd still be in kindergarten. Some people are guessing that Zhang's sudden nuptials are partly designed as a retort to Barbie Xu, who recently married Zhang's ex-boyfriend Wang Xiaofei. Let's hope the real China team never gets sucked into such a complicated love triangle. Earlier in the week, Zhang took to her mini-blog to show off her 8.688 carat diamond wedding ring. 8.688 might seem like an odd number, but it actually represents her birthday, August 8, 1986. What a no romantic Wang Quan'an is. Let's hope this speedy marriage isn't just a rebound relationship for Zhang Yuqi. I, for one, would like to wish her and Wang Quan'an all the best. Congratulations, guys! That's all I've got this week. Back to you in the studio, Rob.
So would you actually marry someone who is 21 years older than you?
No, that's a little bit too old. It's like 40 something.
What, 40 something? He'd be
Yeah.
95, wouldn't he?
95? How old do you think I am?
I don't want to answer that question. I think I might hurt your feelings. How old are you?
23. Anyway, I'm younger than you. Let's move on to top 5.
Rounding out the top 5 this week is Ding Sheng's action comedy sequel, The Underdog Knight 2. Award-winning actor Liu Ye reprises his role as Lao San, a brain-damaged vigilante who fights for justice on the streets of China. This time around, he stars alongside Vincent Chow, Yu Sung-jun, and China's very first Miss World, the stunning Zhang Zilin. Slipping to 4th is German director Robert Schwentke's action comedy, Red. Bruce Willis stars as a retired CIA operative who's targeted for assassination. In order to survive, he's forced to hook up with members of his former team, including John Malkovich, Morgan Freeman, and the Queen herself, Helen Mirren.
That's right, old man.
Old man? No respect.
Old man, my...
Flying into 3rd place is Brazilian director Carlos Saldana's animated adventure, Rio. The Social Network star Jesse Eisenberg voices Blue, a spoiled pet parrot who has to team up with Anne Hathaway's Blue Macaw. The strange pair end up chained together as they flee from a bird smuggler and his evil pet cockatoo, Nigel.
Is there anything else I need to know?
Yes, I can't fly, I pick my beak, and once in a while I pee in the bird bath. Awkward.
Finally losing its grip on the top spot after 3 weeks is Battle Los Angeles, a sci-fi action epic from director Jonathan Liebsman. The Dark Knight star Aaron Eckhart heads the cast as a veteran soldier leading a platoon of Marines against alien invaders in the City of Angels. Jumping 1 place to claim this week's box office crown is Hong Kong director Johnny To's latest romantic comedy, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. The lovely Gao Yueyuan stars as an unhappy investment analyst who has to choose between 2 men. One is her playboy boss, played by Louis Koo, while the other is an alcoholic architect, played by Daniel Wu. Without doubt, a tough choice for any young lady.
Now that movie in #1, the Johnny To film, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Yes, lucky her.
As we heard from me in the voiceover, it's Gao Yueyuan has to choose between Daniel Wu and Louis Koo.
Yes.
So which one of those would you choose?
Daniel Wu, no doubt.
Okay, Daniel Wu. And what about if it was between Daniel Wu and old Leonardo DiCaprio?
That's a tough choice. I'll have to get back to you on that one next week.
We actually don't really care.
Yes, I knew that was coming.
All right,
Anyway,
well, should we
let's
say goodbye then? Oh, you
Yes.
say goodbye first.
See you next week.
All right, bye for now.